Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. Look, it's a new year. This week we have me and James on. No Dan, no Lucas. I don't know what's happened to them, honestly. New year, they've disappeared.
New year, same old excuses.
Yes. Yes. You'd think there'd be like some kind of change in maybe a resolution or something like that to come to more podcasts.
I'll try to make 2 podcasts in a row. I'll try to be there maybe for the first one. Who knows?
But yeah, no, they're not here this week. Very important stuff they had on. So me and James will soldier on, though. We're pretty good at this. I think we had the one of the top viewed podcasts, just me and you. So
doesn't surprise me.
They call us the backpacks because we carry.
Yeah, it's a Leachy sandwich for the years.
No, James, how was your New Year? Speaking of New Year's, mate, did you get up to anything?
Yeah, funnily enough, spent a lot of it with you during the holidays with Chrissy. New Year's, went to our good mates Joel's for a Christmas party. Tell you what. I think my axe throwing skills may have converted into beer pong.
I'll tell you what, they definitely did. As an opponent of you in beer pong, I could tell the fans that James, even when he was pissed drunk, I waited until he got real drunk. So he had like a match or two already, and I'm like, Dan, we'll wait until they're drunk, and then we'll attack. We got like put down to maybe 2 cups, and we had only got maybe 2 cups off you guys. I'm like, oh my god, we're getting destroyed.
we were hot, me and friend of the show, Oaksy. Oh fuck, hot hands, and we were almost trading it off. It was never that we were going 1-for-1. It was I'll drop like 3 shots in a row, then I'll be useless for the rest of the game, and vice versa.
and you just got to a 3-0 win streak for the end of the year.
Yeah,
I mean, that's hot form coming to. I believe we're going to do a big beer pong event, so maybe we might even get that live stream. That'd be a bit of fun. Who knows?
That could be fun. No pressure on me and Oaksy now, rocking up as the champs,
the current champions.
Yeah.
I love the entrances we had. Some of those we had the Batista entrance. We had D-Generation. We had Shawn Michaels entrance from James and Oaks as well. That was some good stuff. But, no. New Year's was good. We had a good Chrissy as well. I'm sure the boys as well had a good Chrissy New Year's. Good relaxation period to, just take some time off, de-stress, get back into it for the fans, And, Happy New Year's to our fans. I just wanted to say that. We're back.
We're back.
We are back. Ready to rumble, as they would say. Wanted to, start off by saying how appreciative we are to our fans. And last year, our results blew me away with how well we did. Our first year, it originally started just me and Dan wanting to start a podcast, chat some shit. I think our first podcast we talked about Jake Paul as if that's actually sport.
Yeah.
But then we had Lucas jump in, and then you jumped in. I think the same week actually. It was quite rapid.
I think you sort of just hit me up. I think I was like, if you just need an extra person, I can do it here or there, and I've barely missed a week since, other than when I've been away.
You fell in love with the sport, with the game. But I couldn't imagine how far like some of our stats have gone. I'll read them out. I've got them written down. We got YouTube. We have 18,000 views for the year. We got 52 subs, thanks to our YouTube fans. TikTok, this is where we went boom. 141,000 views, 176 followers for the year. 15,000 views on Instagram, 232 followers, the most followers on Instagram, thanks to our Instagram followers. And then Spotify, 1K listens, 18 follows. I mean, all up, like, over maybe 200,000 views, about 500 followers, which I'm gassed with, to be honest. Like, as I said, me and Dan started this just as not a joke, but as a bit of a hobby, and
bit of a hobby project, which it still is.
It still is. But I'm thankful to all of our friends and fans and family that support the show, and on to big things for next year. Hopefully, we can improve our game and get better. So, speaking about next year, James, though, I wanted to say, do you have any New Year's resolutions, mate?
New Year's resolutions. I do have one simple one. It's one that a lot of us have. About a bit over a year ago, I lost some weight, maybe a year and a half ago, and I've put not all of it back on, but I've put some of it back on. My New Year's resolution, I want to get back down to 75 kilos, which would be like losing about 6 kilos right now.
All
So a relatively easy one. I should be able to hit that. Let's see. Other than that, bigger and better podcasts. I want.
That's a resolution.
What else? A real simple one. Find some more stability in life, which is very broad, but yeah. Hopefully by the end of the year, I can look back and say I've nailed all 3 of them.
Yeah, so you can tick those off, and hopefully the fans keep him honest about those kilos. You know, stay true to your word there, Jimmy. For me, I got a couple written down. One was this podcast. I want to take fully serious and really get this kicking. I want to like double our stats, double them, James. That'll be great for us. Then you know, obviously. For me, I'm happy with my weight, but I want to put a bit of muscle on, so I might jump on the old gear. I
heard my friend Bronson. He's got some good stuff.
But so that's a goal of mine. Get a bit bigger in size. Then we got drinking more water is just a personal need for a human every day. But here we have beer, so we'll drink more of that as well. Yeah, nice. But what else? Other stuff. Just make good habits. That's a good one for everyone to do. More good habits means you become a better human, as James said. More well-rounded, that sort of stuff. But other than that, create a great YouTube channel, great product for entertainment would be great. But I'm sure the other boys have some good resolutions. Maybe Lucas and Dan back a winner.
Yeah, back a winner. If you do back a winner, have it pay over $2.
Yeah, that might be a good resolution for Lucas.
Turn up
to podcasts. Anything else you can think of? I don't know, Now, James, I bring to you and our fans the top punter results.
Well, I don't necessarily want to hear this.
Yeah, well, you don't know until you know, James. And we had the last top punter results was episode 35. The public got to see our results. Been a little while since then. Let me tell you, we're up to episode 44 this week. Well, this year. Now, the last results was me on top at $61 odds, Lucas at $31 odds, you at 30 odds, and Dan at $7 odds. Now, I can't see Dan losing his bottom punter, and I can't see, but we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know till the results come in. And let me tell you, the results are juicy, guys. So, I can happily tell you that Dan did get the bottom punter. He got the worst punter.
Congratulations, Dan.
Good work, mate. Good work.
I knew he could do it. Mate, you don't spend half a year, half a season doing Dan's dumb decisions and still aim for the top.
He swapped mid-year to Dan's decision. Didn't get too much better. He got a couple of wins, though. You did get 3 wins on the board. 3 out of 40 bets.
Yeah, he got that very good. He got a really good Van Gisbergen bet. I'll give him that.
Yep.
But
so his total in odds and price, he got $16 for the punters. Hopefully he can do better next year, I guess.
Not a very good return. So how many eps did you say? So 44. So he's had 40.
He's had 40 bets. I've done the
40 bets.
3 wins from 40 bets.
Yeah. So if you put $1 on all of it.
So look.
Yeah.
Dan, resolution. Next year, come back bigger, better than ever. This year, actually, sorry. Next year, no, we don't need it this year. But now, James, it gets to the juicy part.
All right.
Because
you said there was $1 difference. I know I got a winner towards the end. I know Lucas had a couple of winners. I'm pretty sure mine paid more than his, but I don't know whether it paid more than them combined.
Let me tell you, James, it gets real close here.
Yeah.
It's still real close. Now, we have one of the punters had a result of $35, 6 wins out of 38 bets.
See, again, that could be me or Lucas.
The other punter had a result of $34 odds, 12 wins and 45 bets. James, you got second place. Woo! You beat Lucas. Congratulations, mate.
Mate, look, you were a fair bit ahead. You started betting a lot earlier than me as well. But to come away with second, look, everyone knows I don't take it as serious as a Lucas. I think I spent half the season doing random footy multis, which some hit, to be fair.
So, in saying that, James, you had 6 wins to his 12 wins.
Yeah.
No, 6 wins. You had 6 wins to his 12 wins, and you got
and I've topped him.
it topped him by $1. So
pretty impressive.
you've done well, mate.
Look, if you-
$35 return out of 38 bets. So
That's all right. That's only a $3 loss. If
Yeah.
you put $1 on each of my bets, hey, punters, that's pretty close to even.
that's not bad at all. Now, look, if we had the other 3 come through, there's only one man that stands above them all. Stands at the top of the mountain. It is Leachy's lock. The lock. If you follow that, boys, let me tell you, there's a healthy money that you got. $69. Nice.
Nice.
And 16 wins out of 44 bets. That's some good odds.
Look,
some good return.
It's good. It's a positive return. Like,
Look,
you can't ask for more than that.
Can't ask for more than that. And I hope to do the same this year.
Yeah.
Who knows, honestly, anything can happen.
Look, when you're picking one bet throughout the whole week, it can feel like it feels like you're really shit when you don't get one for a while. But those stats actually show, except for Dan, we're actually not too bad at this punting stuff.
We're not bad. In saying that, we are looking for a new punting sponsor. We're looking for a punting sponsor. So if anyone wants to jump on board, we will be changing it up this year and hopefully get some more wins for our fans.
Yeah.
And look, I hope I can go back to back, but I don't.
Yeah,
I doubt
Lucas
it.
is going to be pretty intent.
Yeah.
When rugby league season gets back and I start putting on some multis, it just takes a jag.
Look, the tables will turn, and who knows? Dan could get top punter next year.
Yeah.
All right, James. Now, there's been some big cricket information, some matches that have gone on. Obviously, the Boxing Day test was huge, and we're currently in the middle of a test match, and we're doing pretty well. But James, I'll throw it over to you to go through it.
Yeah. So I can't remember. Did we do a podcast right before Christmas?
Yes, right before Christmas.
So we did one test. Yeah.
Yep.
So obviously Australia's now up 2-0 in the test series against Pakistan. The Sydney test has started today. Could very well be over by the time this comes out.
Likely.
Look, it's been a pretty, for what I've called going to be a shit test series and everyone else has, there's been some interesting parts to it, especially this last game on Boxing Day. Pakistan almost got the job done, and did you see there was a controversial wicket?
I did see the controversy that come from a ball hitting. Some say the wrist, some say the glove.
Look, I think anyone with fucking eyes will tell you it hit the wristband of his glove.
Yeah, no.
And so obviously he had that white mark on his arm, and he's telling anyone that would listen, that's where the ball hit me. That's where the ball hit me. And it was actually an American that could be bothered paying enough attention, because no Australian cared that much. Was like, you're out. Get over it. We can see the hotspot. We can see everything else. You're just out. But an American fan noticed he walked out with that spot on his arm.
The birthmark is?
Oh, I don't know. He wears zinc on his lips, so like maybe it's like wiped it there or something.
If it's a birthmark, imagine just being that petty, be like, no,
look.
That sounds like some stuff I'd do in a beer pong match.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy how livid he was.
Yeah,
and you watch it, everyone's watching the same video, and it smashes him right on top of the wrist on the glove band.
If it didn't hit glove, it's just above the glove. Like, it was in that vicinity. It's not up here where the
not where
mark
he's
was.
pointing to, yeah. So, other than that, there's been some really good fight back from the Pakistanis, including today in the Sydney Test match. Just before we started recording, their bowler, Jamal, that took Pfeiffer in the first.
Yep.
He's been good throughout the whole series so far. He had a pretty good game last game, and this game he was on 70 when I last checked. Knowing how cricket goes, he's probably out for 75 or something. But he's been a very good shining light for the Pakistani team. Rizwan, who did not play the first test, he's the same guy that was complaining about the ball to the arm. Yep. He's quite the cricketer as well. He's taken it to the Australian bowlers, smacked us all around the park.
Really, like what I've watched, they've been playing some decent cricket. It's just the small little areas where they keep dropping the bag, I guess.
Like dropping the catches.
Dropping the catches. That's
like
what I was
in the Boxing Day test,
James.
yeah.
That bad that he got dropped from slips because of how many he dropped.
How good is it when you hear Mark Waugh just absolutely bagging the shit out of him, saying, "You got to get him out of slips. He can't keep them there." What's that guy doing? He's got better hands. He should go to slips.
Do you reckon the coach was listening to this? Like while he was down there, he's like, "Oh, maybe we might just get him out of slips." had to, because geez, it was woeful drop on Warner to start the day, and was it one on Marsh later? Yeah. It's moments like that, and then like you see where Marsh goes on to get what the 90.
Yeah, because that was in the second innings where he drops Marsh like clean, and they already had us like 4 for, like we were on the ropes, and then they drop Marsh and he scores 90.
bloody close, but Cummins, James, Paddy
Big come dogs, come on the man, come on the hour, come on my face, come on everything, because he's taken 10 wickets as a captain. He's the second ever Australian to do it, Braden. Wow. Look, you don't know a lot about cricket. Could you guess the other one?
Captain to get 10 wickets. Yeah,
look, I'll cut your misery. It wasn't Richie Benaud, the great spinning captain, the great commentator. It was actually Alan Border that somehow took 7 for in one innings and took 3 for in another. Not an own bowler, but funnily enough, he's the only other one to do it for Australia. But Cummins, great effort. Just today, he's taken another 5 wickets. So he's now getting
on track record to go for another 10.
He joins a very elite class if he gets another 5 wickets of 4 innings in a row, getting 5 wicket hauls.
Right. Dreamy blue eyes.
So
playing cum ball. What a man.
But he's bowling outstanding. And the thing is, you've been watching a decent amount because I've had it on in front of you. When we've needed a wicket, he's stepped up, given himself the ball and taken the wicket. Like the amount of times he's got someone that's had 50 runs on the board or something like that, including Rizwan. Like it's been amazing to see what he's done this series so far.
Not just his bowling, obviously great, but his captaining choices as well. Like when he puts on Stark, he knows Stark is a sweeper of the tail, but he puts him on at the right times, and it's just worked so well.
Yeah, and I can't remember which batsman it was, but was it Rizwan again? But in the first innings of the Boxing Day test, I'm not sure. Either way, he takes out Warner from second slip, puts him into mid on, and then same over, chips it straight into Warner. His captaining choices in the field have been great. He's been people have questioned that in previous times, but I think it's fair to say he's really nailing it now.
That's why we're great. We're cousins with the man.
Cousin
he knows
Pat.
Us. He remembers us. Cousin Pat.
But
seen him at Christmas actually. But
Did you see what's happened before Dave Warner's farewell test? What should have been a moment that we all take our hats off to him. He's lost his hat.
I did see the baggy green has gone missing.
Yeah.
Qantas Airlines, the people who are in prosecution at the moment, or the people that we're hating. Did you see Chappelle Corby's
comment of the year, and it was 2 days into it.
Oh, that's gold.
So those that didn't see it, obviously Dave Warner in his backpack had his baggy green. That's been his whole backpack's been stolen. So he's lost a little bit, but obviously the most important part is the baggy green that he's had for his whole test career, which is, funnily enough, finishing now. It's probably going to turn up on eBay in a few weeks, but
you'd think it can't turn up on eBay. They'll get
some heat.
Place will go for them, but it'd be dark internet or dark web to sell it, or selling it to specific buyers, that sort of stuff. But
Chappelle Corby comes in with the best comment ever, saying, "Hey, Qantas again." Paraphrasing here. Qantas again. Boy, do I have a story to tell you.
She's basically alluding to David Warner's lucky.
Lucky something got stolen and not something got inserted because we all believe you, Chappelle.
Yes, we believe you, Chappelle. But that baggy green, that's got some working into it as well. I'm pretty sure, like, I remember seeing pictures of how torn and worn that thing is. Like
Torn and Warner.
But if you do feel for him.
Yeah.
A legend for the country, a legend who's played so well.
All I had to do was get through one more test match, and it probably would have been hung up somewhere, or framed, or
up in
anything.
the Louvre, I was hearing, or the Australian version of the Louvre.
Is that Questacon?
Yeah, Questacon. It was going to be hung up in Questacon. Davey Warner's baggy green, and everyone could go and see it, but unfortunately, I don't want to put it down to the workers, but like, you would have to think someone's seen the Australian bag. I think they showed
the DW on it, and you go, "Oh my god, oh my god."
But any more cricket?
Yeah, so been a bit of cricket around the world. I mainly want to touch on what's been happening in South Africa. South Africa versus India. South Africa actually rolled India in the matter of 3 days, and you go, wow, where was this South Africa 12 months ago in Australia? Because they were woeful then, but they've absolutely destroyed India. But then something which is the tragic fall of Test cricket knocking on our doors has happened. All the South African players, similar to the Indian players with the IPL, in their contracts, they have to play in their domestic T20 league. This means they have put up the South African third grade side to play New Zealand in a week or two.
Wow.
Yeah, like no players ever played for South Africa before.
Okay.
Their captain's a debutant.
I was going to say the captain's a debutant.
Yeah.
At least because you'd think would be an up-and-coming player that they think has potential.
Yeah, because so all of you know how there's the Cricket Australia contracts, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so everyone that's got a Cricket South Africa contract has to play in their domestic T20 league.
Wow.
Which, the thing is, they've had to do this because they were going broke, so they've had to start this T20 league so that way they can start bringing in any money. They've got some of the Indian and Saudi money in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so tough times for South Africa looking for a flogging.
Yeah, so that could be comical.
If somehow.
Well, that's the thing. You got to look on the plus side, especially if you're one of these players that are like, I guess I'm good enough now.
Yeah.
But it's a real opportunity to come in and stamp yourself, because although you're not in your top level of players for South Africa, you're playing against the best of New Zealand, who are a very, very good test team when they're not playing Australia.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a young up-and-coming player and you somehow pull off a 4-wicket, 5-wicket haul here, like, they're going to look at you for the future to replace these players.
Yeah, well, Dean Elgar, who just peeled off a lazy, like, 160 or something against India in the first innings.
Yeah.
That's his last test match. He's retiring.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously there's a spot there that's opening up. Yeah, but it's just a shame to see the sport that I like, the version of it that I like the most, it's falling away.
Rough times.
Other than that, our domestic league definitely has been going on. I can't say I've been paying too much attention to it. Mm-hmm. Really, the big hitters are the big hitters still. You got the Sixers and Scorchers. Our boys, the Thunder, are sitting down the bottom.
Yeah. Times. Who's the Fraser McGurk? Fraser
McGurk.
He's killing.
Yeah.
He's a young kid who's throbbing.
Yeah, if you remember, you go back maybe 2 to 3 months ago, I brought him up in the podcast.
Someone do a deep dive and look for that.
So, because at that stage, he scored the fastest ever first-class 100.
Yeah.
Breaking, like, to do that, you got to beat some very good batsmen.
100%, yeah.
But
the speed you have to do it, like.
Yeah, I can't remember how many balls it was. It was less than 50.
Yep. Yeah, he's killing it. I think it's the Strikers, or the Renegades who he's in.
Yeah, he's at the Renegades.
Team.
He's at the Renegades. Who the Renegades have been struggling, even though they were one of my dark horses at the start. But for some reason, all those guns haven't been winning games. The Stars have started to strike some form now, with Maxwell taking the lead. Yeah, really, again, looks like it's going to be out of the two big dogs, Sixers and the Scorchers.
And the Thunder.
Yeah, and the Thunder to make a miraculous comeback. But yeah, that's a bit of a cricket wrap. There's some games with the Australian women versus Indian women. But that's a weird series where they played one test match. They have a bunch of ODIs and stuff. So, to be honest, I haven't kept up with it too much.
Yeah, that's fair, mate. But looking forward to Australia with the clean sweep.
Yeah.
Get your brooms out. Get your brooms out. Now, James, look, as the fans who have been following along with the podcast over the last year would know, me and you, massive NBA fans. Huge NBA fans. And recently, there's been a team that's been struggling a lot, let me tell you, James. The Detroit Pistons suck. 28 losses in a row, consecutive games. Look,
that's almost as many times as Dan lost a bet in a row. But
so who sucks more? But, that is equal to the longest losing streak ever in the NBA. And recently, it was like they were playing the game to get the out and out, but they won. They finally fucking won. The Pistons beat the Toronto Raptors by 2 points. And mate, I'm sure all the fans in Detroit were going wild, because it sounds like it's a similar situation to the Tigers when they got their first win.
As soon as I heard this story, all I thought of, oh, so they're the Tigers.
Yeah. Did you see? There was like memes as well. That's why I'm a mean man. And there was memes about chicken wings. So the Detroit Pistons, I think earlier in the season, there was they have a brand deal, and it was like, you'll get like chicken wings for the fans if you win or something like that. Been a long time since they got chicken wings. So like there was like memes of like I think it's called Chicken Stop or something like that. Yeah. But like Chicken Stop like sweating in their boots now that they got like wins. But oh mate, it is great for the Pistons fans, and I'm sure Lucas would be able to tell more about that game, but obviously not here. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because it did remind me so much of how much the Tigers suck. And, you know, they broke their losing streak similar to the Pistons, you know.
I also want to have a bit of a shout out to all the poor punters out there that would have lost multis.
Oh, yeah.
Back in someone on the longest losing streak, and they finally get their win, and there goes your 8-leg NBA multi.
Yeah. That would be rough. That would be
Shout
rough.
out Oaksy. I'm pretty sure he lost one.
Shout out all the punters across the world over in USA.
But that's the thing.
Well.
You got to remember to bet with your head, not over it.
Yeah. And 1-800
858.
Oh, God.
It's been a long off season.
1300 655 That's the reading, writing hotline if you need to remember. But, anyways, another sporting venture across the world happening at the moment is the World Darting Championships. James, I don't know if you've watched any of it. I watched a little bit, I think, on a lunch break once, but I have been seeing a lot, though, about one man in particular. Well, should I say boy, James? Because he's only 16 years old. Luke Littler is taking the darting world by storm. He has won the semi-final, and I seen it was a thrashing, and he's now onto the major final. He's onto the grand final in the darts, and he's 16 years old, mate. Imagine
when he can finally drink a beer.
Exactly. Imagine the world at your fingertips.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Because darts.
Darts. So, funnily enough, I heard of this kid this morning.
Yes.
I saw a post on the page, and it had some bets on of him to do something and to hit a 9 darter, and they were paying decent odds, and I thought about it, but I'm like, no. One of the... I shouldn't be betting on just anything. Like, come on. Yeah. I'm sensible sometimes. But anyway, by the sounds of it, with the smashing, he probably won both of those bets pretty comfortably.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you. This guy is 16 years old. Imagine what he could do in a couple of years. As you said, imagine what he does when he gets beers into him. He's already thick. He could be.
He's already on the kebabs and pizza. Like,
but I honestly don't know how you become that skilled at darts at such a young age.
Mate,
like...
that's he's got to have had already natural talent,
Yeah.
and then just went, I'm just going all in on it. Like,
Dartboard at home, just
Yeah.
practicing day in, day out. Like, you can't go to the pubs where most people do tournaments
Nah.
because you're 16.
well, and like, look, I wonder even today, like, I don't know how England is, how many dartboards still there, but like in Australia, our dart players would be getting horrible because when was the last time you saw a dartboard in a pub?
Yeah, it's been a long time, mate. It's usually caused fights at most local Australian pubs.
And holes, like...
Yeah. That's where actually stretchers come from, James. People get a dart in there. But no, congrats, Luke, and hopefully he gets the Dubsky in the championship.
Good name, Luke Littler.
Lukey. But no, James, I'm also a bit of a darter. I reckon you might be somewhat good at darts as well with your clutch
Well, that's
skill.
I never was good at darts, but I was also never really good at beer pong. But all of a sudden, I'm just...
This is what I'm saying. Maybe you've took a couple of years to progress into your abilities.
I've figured... Like, throwing an axe should be the hardest out of those three skills, and I've figured that out, so now everything's easier.
Maybe you're hitting your final, form, and you are...
So what you're saying is, instead of trying to lose weight, I've got to put it on, because obviously if I'm going World Dart Championships...
You need a beer gut.
Yeah.
Although, the one match I have seen, it was the current champion, and he is jacked. So I hate this for darting fans everywhere. Because darts are a sport that gives the common man like me and you a goal to
where's your Phil the
achieve.
Power Taylors? Where's your... What's the Dutch guy's name?
Van Gerwen?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Van Gerwen, I believe. And then there's also a chick who's good at darts as well.
Yeah, I heard that.
She's pretty good as well. But yeah, James, I think you give yourself, maybe that could be a resolution. Who knows?
Find some local darts competitions, see how I go. Just rock up.
Well, I'm sure. Just rock up to the World Championships. You might be able to get it.
Yeah, just
like, have you seen my axe, mate?
Yeah, I haven't played in a while, but just give me a dart. See how we go.
I'm pretty good. Now, actually, a sport we talk about regularly. I'm just trying to get up the dates that he confirmed, but I don't really need it. I kind of know the rough generalization. Conor McGregor, fans of the man, the myth, the notorious Conor McGregor, two-time champion, James. Two different. He's had 3 wins in 3 different weight divisions, James. Now, guess what?
What?
A fight has been announced. With the man everyone assumed he was going to fight after they both did the Ultimate Fighter.
Yep.
They were the coaches. He's versing Michael Chandler. It has been announced in June, which is a long time away. So there's still chances that he pulls out. Let's just put that on the board. But they will be fighting in middleweight. So that is the 4th division Conor will be fighting in. And to put that to perspective, he'll be fighting in the same division as Rob Whittaker, Israel Adesanya, Dracus Duplessis, Strawn Strickland.
So yeah, he's never winning a title.
He's not winning a title. No, obviously he's bulked up on the steroids.
Yeah, quite obviously on steroids.
So we have to do something to get his leg back in.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why.
But people bagged the shit out of Anderson Silva when he had.
Yeah, he obviously hasn't been in the testing pool, Jam. So they also got a new testing. They don't have USADA. They have a new testing facilities. But you have to be legally in the testing pool for 6 months. That is why his fight is 6 months down the track.
But my only problem with that is he should have been able to go in there 6 months ago.
Exactly, but he was on steroids at the time, so he would not do that.
So he's had to wait for it to get fully out of his system, just so he can jump in the testing pool. And this is why they dropped USADA, because USADA was like, this isn't right.
And he's now fighting Michael Chandler, who's not a middleweight himself. Big dude, muscly dude, can probably make it to middleweight, but he's not a middleweight, so he's now fighting.
You almost got to imagine it might be one of Chandler's last fights, because if you're getting big enough for middleweight, it's not going to be easy to drop back down.
Well, look, I think he's doing it for the money. Clearly, he's been he did the Ultimate Fighter just to get this opportunity
to guarantee this fight
to verse Conor. But as we said earlier, I just don't see this resulting in Conor as a champion. I do say that division is a lot of punches, but what used to go for Connor was his reach at those smaller, heights, which was crazy. His arm reach
when he first started, and like the arm reach on Aldo was crazy. Like for two people that were relatively similar in height, those long arms, those long levers, it's just such a great advantage. But
you're jumping up to a weight class where he will be one of the shortest people, I think, in the weight class. And then you have blokes like Hamzat Shemaev in there. Imagine that. Or imagine Alex Pereira, who obviously has moved to light heavyweight now, but that was a weight division that he was at. Imagine him fighting Conor McGregor.
His arms are like close to as big as fucking John Jones.
Fists of Stone would absolutely send him to a different realm. But no, I can't believe what Conor has come back to. If he comes back, as I said, there's so much time that he could just pull out and then do a boxing fight or something like that. Whatever he does to make money, obviously.
That's because there was rumors going around about a Pacquiao fight,
I've seen that as well. Where like if he was to do that and get enough money, I can see him just get like, what's it worth to do the UFC? You don't get nowhere near as much money as those boxing fights. So,
what is enough money?
Well, for Conor.
Yeah, what was selling proper? Didn't he sell proper 12 for like a fucking gazillion?
You know, is that Irish forged stout? Yeah. Forged out, the beer. But look, as I said, I do look forward. Imagine he somehow does win. Imagine somehow he does choose to keep going in that division and gets up against, I said, Hamzat. Basically another Khabib, but like just bigger.
Well, he's actually skipped another Khabib.
and I mean, Hamzat has that of a presence of Conor where he has that big of a following, and he's only had like 12 fights or whatever, and like
it would be one of the biggest fights ever.
It would be huge. But I feel like Conor's similar to John Jones, and where they have a couple more fights in them. They'll handpick those, see if they can get a couple wins, bit of money,
finish,
retire,
finish. Conor's going to be one of those people where the longer he stays in the limelight, I think the worse his
his
career is going to look in hindsight.
It's similar to poor Tony. Poor Tony.
That's. But if you can go out on top, fuck, you look good.
100%. Retire when he was double champ, then never defend.
Pretty much did.
But no, that's all for UFC. Looking forward to see in 6 months if this is any sort of relevant. All right, now we have the listener questions. Look, it's been a little while since we had these, so I'm looking forward to what we got, James. And we got the old favourite, Kyle Hayward has another one for us.
Mate. That's why it's the GOAT.
Mate, big fan of the podcast, and he is asking, when is the next special guest? Now, James, do you have any ideas or answers?
Look, a little birdie may have told me that Lucas is not available for next week. So we might try and get someone in for next week, because Dan's going to bail as well.
I like that idea. If we can get someone locked in, next week might be it, James.
And then if Dan turns up, 4 people's still good. We do that all the time.
For us at the moment, I'll be honest with you, Kyle, we have 4 mics to us 4. So unless one of us isn't here, we can't have a guest. At the moment, but we are looking into getting another one. So, as James said, next week, look forward. I think that might be a possibility. It might be a return. It might be a new guest.
Yeah, I think we'll have to find a new one.
I like the new guest idea. If there's one guy in mind, and I know you might be keen as well, so who knows? Who knows, mates? But good question. Thank you for the question, Kyle. Now, I've got another question here, and it's a new listener question. Ooh. We have Triple T OC Scott.
Wow.
Also known as Scott, our friend. So, and he has asked, James, who is your favorite Middle Eastern tennis player?
So, geez, where do I start? There's this one little known guy called Muhammad Moe.
Yeah, there is. I believe it's Moe as well.
Yeah, Moe.
He's pretty good.
I heard he's pretty good. I heard he beat this. I think this young Macedonian prodigy.
Yeah, unheard of on the scene, but he's coming up.
He beat this like Gachevsky or something.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I heard he dominated him on the court or something.
so what we're leading towards, guys, is there was a match recently by fan Muhammad Moe and our panel member Lucas, and he got beaten in tennis. And our fan Scott has asked who our favorite tennis player is, Middle Eastern, and we'd have to go with Moe.
Yeah.
He's the only one I know, and supposed to be pretty good. We'll throw the video up for you guys right now to listen to of Lucas actually explaining his loss.
All right, boys, couch commentators. Got a special guest. Look who decided to show up.
G'day, gentlemen.
How you going?
I'm good, mate. I'm feeling good.
All right, mate. Just wanted to say, after 1 hour of playing tennis, was that an hour?
It was an hour, yeah.
About an hour?
It was
Yep.
about a bit over an hour, yeah.
Yep. What was the score? What was the result, mate?
Look, boys, Moe had me, was it 6-4? 6-4. Moe had me 6-4. Got to tell you, mate, the first serve, when it was in, it was on.
There's only some tears.
Yeah. Look, tough for Lucas, but I'm sure we'll get him again in the rematch. Maybe we get a recording of that. Who knows? But actually, I was also called out by Moe to play tennis.
Oh, jeez. How'd that go?
Well, I did, as I do always.
Challenge him to kick tennis. You could have a chance at that.
I threw out the confidence and said, I've played maybe 10 tennis matches in my life, and I'd still smoke him in tennis.
So that's why he's challenged you.
Yeah, no. He threw out the challenge, and then I replied, retorted with my confidence of that.
Yeah, just rock up with a football and go, what, not kick tennis?
Tennis.
Mate, I'm a gun at kick tennis.
Kick tennis is my shit. But no, look forward to that. Maybe I get to verse Mo in the future. If Lucas can't beat him, I don't know what chance I have. But thank you for the question, Scott, mate. Now, another question. This is great, James, because I only put this question to our fans literally today. Literally like 5 minutes before we started this podcast. We got 3 questions. Just shows the support. It shows
the rabid support. Like, everyone was chomping at the bit. We missed a full week of podcasting, and everyone's like, "Give me more,
give me more couch commentators," and we supply. Now we have a longtime friend of the podcast, a fellow podcaster himself, Troy Warner. He has the Para Cave podcast, James, which I hope one day me or you or you or both or all 4 of us get on the Para Podcast podcast.
Like to nerd out in that man cave, that Para Cave.
Yeah, look, he's a massive fan of the Parramatta team, and he has asked us, is this the quietest off-season for off-season drama in the NRL? And then he also added, don't want to put a mocker on it.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
Touch wood.
Although we're now in the content game, so we want actually more drama.
We do need the drama.
What's happened? Has there been anything really? Technically the Fox punch-on was off-season.
Yeah, there was...
Well, it was like grand final, but it was his off-season.
Oh, there was... I swear there was a big one, but I can't remember now.
Yeah, I swear there was too. That's what I'm trying to think.
We'll quick cut.
A quick Google.
So, I mean, we have done some deliberating, and I do believe there was a couple off-season dramas. A
couple of times people didn't necessarily drop the bag, but may have been on them.
Inhaled the bag?
Yeah.
You had, obviously, Valentine Holmes with the infamous baggy just picture on his Instagram story. Then you had, Mitch Kenny,
the other week. It was after New Year, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was Boxing Day.
Yep.
Yeah, he was hitting the bags.
Yeah, that was it. And his excuse was someone took his phone.
Yeah, someone took his phone and was like, "Oh, that's really funny." It might have been Val Holmes, because we know how funny he is.
He's a prankster.
Yeah, he's a prankster.
The joke maker.
Yeah.
But there was that. Adokar, I guess it was the...
Yeah, that was technically his off-season, but that was on grand final day.
Yeah. I mean, not too much else, so you're
pretty
right
spot on.
There's
been no like naked at the pub. There's been no
Mad Monday, too much Mad Monday.
Yeah, there's been a lot of training the house down, but there's it hasn't been much else.
No, you're on the money here, Troy, and as we said, touch wood.
Touch wood.
But
or not touch wood.
Well, not touch wood. maybe we do want the drama, maybe we don't.
Yeah.
As long as it's not for Cronulla or Parramatta.
Yeah, I was Dylan Brown. Fucking go to bed early, stay home.
Stay home, win us a premiership. But no, thank you, Paracave Podcast, for the question, mate. Yeah, cheers. Listen to questions done though, James. And while we're on the mood of talking NRL, we have one of the biggest signings I think in West Tigers history that I can think of. Jarome Luai has signed for 5 years at the West Tigers. Officially today.
This is huge. So in the last 10, well, almost their whole existence, really, other than the start when they landed Scott Prince, right? When was the last time they went out for a big marquee player and got him?
Look, you can say you have the Coruscant and the Papali'i.
Yeah.
But this guy he's a big player. He's a big hype around him, big ego, big everything.
Brings the fans, whether it's positive or negative, there will be bums on seats for his first game in Tigers colours.
And it kind of like the hype that he built up just for his signing, which is
the fact that he can just go, oh, yep, press conference, and there's like media everywhere.
Like, oh, I'm gonna announce on Christmas. Nah.
Instead, I get engaged.
Yeah. Like he's a media hype man. He loves to play the heel, loves to play the villain. But it reminds me, he reminds me of what could be of what Benji Marshall did for the Tigers. What he possibly could bring to the Tigers now. In saying that, has he performed as well without Nathan Cleary by his side?
Well, I brought it up in the past, like. In the small sample size, he sort of has.
Yeah.
Like, it's a small sample size, albeit. Like, won a New South Wales Cup without him. I think he won an under-20s without him. And then, obviously, took Samoa to a World Cup final. Like, these are all quite amazing things to do. Like, if it was any other... If he wasn't playing for Penrith and he had done this stuff, you're going, fuck, that's a gun half.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah, as you said, he's done these things. It'll be a different story to go into last place. Whether they get last place this year, they could definitely move up in the ladder, like maybe like 16.
Yeah.
But going to last place and it's a completely different system that you now have to help mold because you will be one of the big honchos.
That's the big thing. The lead player, whether he's 7 or 6, he's the man.
Yeah, and like your coach is a young, inexperienced coach. Not inexperienced in playing and that sort of stuff, but like he hasn't coached for long at all.
Nah.
This is his second year. So you're going to be half a coach as well as leading the boys on the field as well. Like you'll probably get the captaincy. There's going to be a lot of things on Jarome Luai's back.
And like he's still set to sign at 2025.
Yeah, so still a year away.
Yeah, so like Coruscant will be another year older. He's not going to be playing with him for as long as...
He probably goes back to Eels.
Yeah, that's... What do you sign, a 3-year deal? It's coming up.
But, as I said, I do think it is definitely, again, a positive for the Tigers fans and a positive for them to look forward to, but it'll be tough. I'm not going to say it's an easy road.
No, it's definitely not easy. But he's the type of player that loves a challenge. Like,
yeah, he does love being that heel, and like people are going to pray for his downfall. But at the same time, as a Western Suburbs local, you want to see them go, all right, not good, but
not good. Don't want them to win another comp. We're still here about 2005. But
I
look,
do...
and there's a lot of there's similarities between the Penrith area and like our area.
Yeah,
and so I can see the fans getting behind him if he can find some success. But like. Just like the Penrith area, if they start going shit, they will turn their back.
This is true. But I do think it's also going to have a real big impact in our juniors as well.
Yeah.
Like, you just see what the Penrith junior system has become because they have these idols that they look up to. Everyone just wants to go and play for the Penrith juniors, let alone staying if you are a junior.
Like when we came up through the ranks, you barely knew anyone that played for the Tigers.
Yeah.
All your mates and stuff that you played with, they were playing for like Roosters, Manly.
Where now kids are gonna see Jarome Luai at the Tigers.
Yeah, Benji as coach.
Happy Coruscant. It's gonna be great for our
Papali'i, Bateman, Clemmer. Like the list goes on and on and on.
And, look, for the Tigers fans, stay patient.
Stay patient.
But no, good stuff. That was all for NRL. Now we have the couch commentators' best bets, James. New year, new us.
You would have thought I would have got one ready while I was watching all
Same
this.
here, but we'll cross live to each of us right now.
G'day guys, Lucas from the Couch Commentators podcast here, coming at you with my first bet of the 2024 year. We are going to Randwick. We're going to go to race 10, number 7, following the Godolphin 3-year-old, extremely well-bred filly, Shaken. I think she'll be too good for this lot here, so she will be my best bet. That is race 10, number 7, Randwick on Saturday, Shaken. Good luck, punters.
Alrighty guys, first dance decision of the new year. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that jazz. For this week's dance decision, Randwick race 6, number 6, Flamin' Romans. Paying $9, so $9.50 I think, I don't know, I can't remember, $9 or $9.50. But get on it, gamble responsibly, and happy punting. Dan hasn't lost all season, all year. Let's go, baby.
Hey punters, this week for the first Gym Jam of the year, we're going to start early. We're going race 1, number 1 at Randwick. We are going I Am Good at This. Number 1, race 1 at Randwick. We're paying a little bit under $5. We're going to let everyone know that I am good at this.
Leachy's lock this year. First bet, we're going to Randwick, race 8, number 18, Time to Boogie. Had a win last week, and I like it to do it again, honestly. Had a bet on it last week, good return. This week, $3, perfect odds. So get on board, gamble responsibly. Let's start this year off with a bang. Though hopefully those bets get up for our first bet of the new year. And obviously the couch commentators horse racing multi, we will chuck all of our bets on, I think, for a place, depending on if Lucas has picked a $1.10 favourite. So look forward to that. Hopefully that gets up. We didn't get one up last year, but we were very close a lot of times.
Dan.
Now, that's all for me from the podcast, mate. James, you got anything?
No, just on to a bigger and better 2024. Like you said it at the start, but this year's been quite surprising at how this has gone. I thought we'd be lucky to get 20 listens a week. We've averaged more than that. We had some success on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. It's been quite good. I'm surprised, even though a lot of it's our family and friends, that they still get a laugh out of it and listen.
Yeah. No, I'm as you said, I'm happy, and we've done well, and only on to bigger things next year. So look forward to that, to all our fans, friends, and family. And we'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully we have a special guest, or maybe Dan back.
Whoa!
All right, catch us later.
Cheers.